there are some loopholes. There are the president.
Very quickly about his term and then corruption. Time is not there. I want us to go straight forward this time.
There is no constitutional barrier. There is no legal barrier. He can contest, third term, fourth term. It depends on the Gambian people. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have any problem, President Barrow contesting. I don't. I genuinely don't. I don't even want people to talk about it. It's like as if then Barrow will force us to vote for him. We have the power. We have our voters' cards. If we want to elect somebody else, we can easily do it. Simple, without even argy-bargy, without no even fuss or fight. This should not be an issue. Yeah, the issue at hand is what we are going through right now as the citizens of this nation. The insecurity, the lack of medications at the hospitals. You understand what I'm saying? Education is deteriorating. You understand what I'm saying? Healthcare, everything is at random. It's just really not organized. So we should be worried about our lives till 2026, but we should not be worried about who to vote for, because we already know President Barrow. You see, the reason why I don't have any qualms or anything to do with to say about President Barrow, he categorically explained to the Gambian people from the very first day he had that speech. He told us that he can't. This is something that he cannot. But he relied on the technocrats. Now, this is why I spare him, because he already explained himself. Now, if we now we are okay with somebody who can't, who declared that he can't, and we still want to push him simply because we want to get rid of somebody, alhamdulillah, it's fair play. Now, these are the repercussions for dealing with somebody who is ignorant of what to do. He is ignorant. He said it, or didn't he? Well, I mean, you are very good at defending. That's why I'm asking you. Well, of course he said it. He said, well, of course he said it. So obviously that part, 2026 is up to the Gambians. We should not make noise on who to vote for. We know.
Oh, who should contest?
Who to contest? There is no constitutional barrier.
Okay, but then
there is no term limit.
Yeah.
Even though he is a fan of term limit, he should have been fan of 3 years.
But that's what he said.
Well, no, he was interviewed. He was interviewed by the Senegalese journalist, and he said that he's very contented. He's a businessman. He's going to do this, that.
He said it on political rallies.
You understand what I'm saying? So obviously, it's one thing to say to like he said, in politics you can say one thing and do the next. So that's Barrow. Barrow explained himself to us. It's up to the Gambians to listen. Are we fools? Are we fools?
That's what you make of this interview.
Well, of course, Barrow can say whatever. Barrow has been saying whatever he wants, and he has been getting away with it. It's up to us now to show our maturity, especially our political maturity. Gambians should be very political mature right now, even the ones living in the rural Gambia. So we should not be arguing about whether he should contest in the third term or not. The reason why ECOWAS went to Macky Sall, that was constitutional. Macky himself changed the constitution and even reduced the 7 years to 5 years. So obviously he needs to be cautioned. But with Barrow,
there is this general principle that in ECOWAS that they prefer heads of states in this region to go for 2 terms.
But that is if your law says that. If your constitution.
No, you don't understand. ECOWAS said whether or not you have a constitution or whatever your constitution said about 2 terms, what they want as a principle. In fact, they had a charter. They wanted to put in the charter that heads of state from the region ideally should go for term limit of 2. That is why countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and Benin, I guess, and Senegal. It is now taboo for anybody to go beyond.
But how about Alassane Ouattara?
Yeah, Ouattara violated. That's why he lost respect in ECOWAS.
Is it a question of losing respect?
So I'm trying to say that even whereas it may not be in the constitution, ECOWAS' position is 2 terms should be a culture that should be adopted in our region. So any president who
but Lamin,
let's go ahead. I got your point.
Let me just listen. Barrow don't care about the Gambians because he had an agreement with 8 political leaders, party leaders, in coalition 2016, for him to just serve for 3 years.
Okay.
So he bypassed that. So Barrow can easily ignore ECOWAS, especially when it is not in our constitution.
Okay.
So he is on his, listen, Barrow is okay. Barrow, you can go to 2031 as well if you win 2026. No problem. It's up to the Gambians. If we are okay with this, that's fine. That's no problem. What is the next question?
Next question, he's talked about corruption. He said
Corruption
is a problem that existed a long time.
Yes.
And then of course there have been a lot of allegations, but hardly they are come with proof. He said when there is sufficient proof, his government will act. Yeah, very quickly. What do you make of that?
Well, really, he's right. Corruption is all as mankind. He's absolutely right. He's spot on. But you have to do something about it. Corruption was here even before Islam. Islam came and give us the morals for us to live like human beings, not like animals. Because without the morals, you act like animals. We are animals. The reason why we are different from dogs and cats and lions because we have morals. But they eat and we eat. They run, we run. They sleep. They have sex. They do. They have kids. They have offsprings and stuff. We have the same. The only difference is just the morals. Our moral qualities differentiate us from animals, being animals.
And of course, our thinking.
Well, of course, it's part of their morals. You understand what I'm saying? So really and truly, if our moral, this is what Jammeh was instilling here in this country, taking people to Mecca, so that you can revive yourself, to stand at that Kaaba and revive and want to change and want to be a good person, regardless of whether you are young or you are old. It doesn't matter. Come and refresh yourself so that you can come back to your country and you want to live like a decent human being. To stay with our corrupt-free country.
What about that diaspora? That's the third.
No, diaspora. What happened to the diaspora? They had the opportunity. In 2011, Tangara was still he was the foreign minister at the time, but it was just foreign affairs, FA. Now President Jammeh include Gambians in the diaspora as well to the ministry. So we had that meeting 2 days workshop at Kairaba. To integrate, to work with the diaspora, as an arm of the government. But the diaspora, they slam it on Jammeh's face because that was the struggle. Yeah? So they don't want that. Now, the diasporans, including myself, because I'm from the diaspora, but I was not part of it. But they were like ready to have to sponsor a coalition so that they can get rid of Jammeh. Fine. They make sure they orchestrated that. Pandering Bai gave the first interview to Fatoumata Tambajang. I was there. For Fatoumata Tambajang to be the flag bearer of the coalition, and she rejected it. But she wanted to be the person that will coordinate things. So the diasporans, including Dugadisi and all the guys, I don't want to name names, but I can tell you the organizations. And that
Speak louder.
They actually compel them to come together because they cannot be supporting individual parties. Right? So now they have to come back to Gambia and make sure that that is done in the absence of obviously the UDP party leader at the time. Now, coalition 2016 came, and everything happened. Their contributions and everything, went to where it's supposed to. And hey, that's President Barrow now in government. But now President Barrow is labeling them as Bakotofenyo. You understand what I'm saying? He slammed it into their face as well. Now that's karma. That's karma. Because President Jammeh, it was, bro, I was at the workshop.
Basically, you are saying that they gang up against Jammeh, all right?
No.
They brought in Barrow, thinking that they will have now a good deal.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But Barrow now called them Barrow.
That he said they were angry.
So you mean now?
The other day I was at Freedom.
They are drinking from their own poisonous.
I was at Freedom.
That's what you are saying?
Of course.
So they got what they want.
That's exactly what happened. And obviously, it should not be the way. I am even angry because I'm part of the diaspora. But you know why? They're contributing 31% of our GDP. Remittances. $775 million. Can you imagine? 31%. There is nothing, there is no other sector that is more than what the remittances. So they're supposed to be the arm of the government. Now imagine if they were participating this way with Jammeh, who have, opened the door for them to be the arm of the government.
The thing was, Jammeh was actually...
No, listen, Jammeh is a leader, for God's sake. Jammeh is not somebody that, you can just push and pull and do. No, he is just somebody who knows what he is doing. Jammeh was...
the trouble is they had a lot of disagreement.
Just see me please, don't take my time. You
okay, go ahead.
Jammeh gave us the platform. Jammeh never gave platform to the foreign investors. Who were hell-bent on just coming here to take our natural or mineral resources without us benefiting.
You mean that's the case now? I'm asking.
Of course, yes. Loud and clear. Even if you ask my grandson, 4-year-old, he will tell you.
Okay.
Now, listen,
Mr.
regarding about the diaspora.
Yeah, let's
diaspora, please, guys. You can just go and apologize to Jammeh so that you can the karma thing. Okay, what was the next one?
Mr. No, that's the end.
That was the end.